So in a couple of other conversations I've had with you folks and in some of the other questions, you talk about the mind, body, spirit connection when learning and discussing resilience and in growing in resilience. Can you speak a little bit more about that?
Okay, thank you, Jill. Let me start. That yeah, mind and body and spirit, or mind, body, or soul. We heard a lot about that. It's just a holistic approach. It's all the connected. But I think nowadays there are more compelling research from the science how it is well connected, right? So I think that that's kind of a very important. A lot of times we are too much focused on mind, to be honest, just like a talk kind of a intellectual capacity. And you know, like and also the next one is more about soul and then spirit. So if you have a trouble, ask God, and then just to try to think positively, read the Bible more, read your scripture more, do a lot of exercises. And out of all this, a lot of times we just put the body as a kind of last thing we need to take care of. But the current trauma-informed care and brain science and all the kind of a scientific research shows us is that when our body is well nurtured and grounded, regulated, and have a in the calm down, right? So our lower brain is more kind of controlled. Then actually I can activate my front cortex, which means I can be more creative. I can really talk better, listen better. So that was kind of a great the awakening to me, that when I hear that what science tells us, then I go, wow, that I cannot just put the priority, what is first, what is the second, what is a third. Actually, mind, brain, and our nerve system, and also soul, and our psyche, and our feeling, emotions, and our body is all connected and interacting together. You know, like a car. There's a tire, there's a handle, there's an engine. It all working together. So we need to understand it process together, instead of kind of separately. This go first, then this go second, this go third. So if we understand that, then that's why we have to understand that we need to be connected again, very balanced way, organic and holistic way. And so we need to see that, observe, how all things going together. And because I came from South Korea a long time ago, so I we are all workaholic. And then sleep. Some even I heard from seminary, the nuns and monks sometimes we do fasting. They fast to sleep. I was thinking, yes, I don't sleep, and so like if I sleep more, I feel like a guilty. To be honest,
Yeah.
just but now I'm finding with all this science, real truth, faith traditions, and all the things, I find like wow, we need to be really balanced, and I need to respect my body. So now I to more embrace. I need to rest, good sleep, not only because science. In in the script, my scripture, the prophet Elijah was depressed, and the God sent angel. Do you know what the God said to Elijah? He didn't say, "Hey Elijah, you need to do fast more, pray more, read the scripture more." He said, "Eat and drink."
Yeah.
2 times. And so to me, wow, I this is kind of a amazing discovery for me, that our God is really understanding mind, body, and soul. It is all connected. So he told Elijah, eat and drink. So he ate and drank and slept. So that was for me like, wow, this is amazing truth that I need to really embrace. So I need to respect both three part, all the three parts, and to try to nurture and balance three parts all together. So to me, mind, body, and soul, and our spirit is really very important to understanding how we can and harmonize to work together.
So I would just add briefly that in our work with young people, we must encourage them to seek that balance, because if they don't, as Sang-Hoon has so depthly stated, other aspects of their resilience will be affected. If they don't get enough sleep, if they don't eat properly, if they aren't thinking good thoughts and things that will uplift them and others, it will affect the entire system. I'm not sure that we have, before the science began to speak about that, been as intent in our ministry with young people to talk about the balance of the tripartite system of being a human. That being that mind, body, and spirit must be balanced. And I don't necessarily blame that on anyone that has really focused on the spiritual aspects, because I think as youth ministers, we believe that they're getting that balance in the other realms in other places, hopefully at home, but in other places, and that our role is really to nurture the spirit. But in these days now, where families are so pressed with so many things, and we stated this during the presentation, Jill, that youth ministers have got to begin to think differently about how they minister. And this balance between mind, body, and spirit, and the balance between self, church, and community is really important in our ministry to young people today.